All right, boom. We're live. Boom. Episode 57. No, 58. 58. August 5th. We are 2 days away from the interim heavyweight championship of the world.
Are we?
3 days.
Okay.
Well, yeah, 2 days. Yeah, 2 days. Cyril Gane versus Derek Lewis.
See, interim belt, I don't really give a shit.
I mean, yeah, you don't. There was a report today that came out that Stipe Miocic has accepted a fight against John Jones from Dana White.
Really?
I don't think John Jones is interested in fighting Stipe, though.
Yeah, but that is what John Jones signed up for.
No, I know. Well, it is and it isn't.
He wanted to fight Stipe. He said it. Greatest heavyweight of all time.
Yeah.
But would he rather have the belt or have the title of beating the greatest heavyweight of all time?
I think he would rather go for the belt.
Oh, 100%.
Right.
Which is what he wants to do.
Right. I also think that's why there is an interim belt in the first place, because Ngannou's holding out for John Jones, too.
I think we're overlooking the step that Stipe could knock John Jones out. Stipe could 100% knock him out. 100%.
You think so?
Yeah. 100%.
Dude, we've never even seen John Jones get knocked down.
Dude.
He's never even been knocked down.
Yeah, but you can say that about a lot of fighters too, dude.
But not a lot of fighters that have been in championship fights for 10 years.
I don't know.
Thank everybody for tuning in. You're watching MMA Complete Podcast. Brought to you by Naked Sports and Fans Only Sports. Go check out nakedsports.com. We've been pushing out a lot of good articles, including MMA articles. Talking about the heavyweight championship or the heavyweight division picture of the UFC right now, because the heavyweight division has gotten a lot bigger and more noticeable over the last couple weeks, mostly with this interim bout between Derek Lewis and Cyril Gane. The winner has been said by Dana White will eventually challenge Francis Ngannou for the title, as any interim belt should.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dana White mentioned weeks ago that the winner of that fight, Ngannou versus the winner of the fight coming up this weekend, will fight Stipe Miocic. But now we have Stipe Miocic has accepted a fight against John Jones. We don't know what's going on. And that's interesting. And that's Dana.
What's interesting is the number. The number for this fight.
Yeah, Derek Lewis is a huge underdog.
It is insane.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane.
Derek Lewis, the huge underdog. Derek Lewis has been an underdog in top heavyweight competition for a while, though.
Curtis Blades, he was the huge underdog.
I mean, you can, and it's easy to see why Derek Lewis is.
He doesn't take it serious.
It's not that he doesn't take it serious. I think he takes it very serious.
He takes it serious. He just acts like not serious.
I think it's the fact that Derek Lewis
100% takes it serious.
Let me ask you this. When's the last time we saw such a one-dimensional fighter make it this high up in any division?
Ngannou?
Yeah, it would be Ngannou. And so my follow-up question would be, does Derek Lewis is on the same level as the one dimension, which would be striking, as Ngannou? Yeah. To which I'd say no.
Cyril Gane isn't one-dimensional. That's the only.
Cyril Gane's not one-dimensional at all. He's a mixed martial artist.
He's good.
He's been in Muay Thai competitions, Jiu-Jitsu competitions, and he's 9-0 in MMA. He's totally a mixed martial artist.
His Muay Thai is really good, and he's undefeated. But it's only his 10th professional fight, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And he hasn't faced Has he faced a guy with as much power?
So here's the thing.
Derek Lewis has the most knockouts in UFC history.
Correct.
Heavyweight. So
I'm gonna recheck this because I'm pretty sure this is true. It is true. Okay. Cyril Gane fought Jairzinho Rozenstruik. Jairzinho Rozenstruik definitely has top 5 power striking in the heavyweight division.
Mm-hmm.
I would say Ngannou has 1. Lewis probably has 2. If you want to throw John Jones up there, he's up there. But Rozenstruik's right there for power. So yeah. Gane has fought a guy. Granted, I don't think Rozenstruik is on Lewis's level completely. But Rozenstruik can throw a hard fucking punch. Rozenstruik can knock anybody out.
Yeah. Can you look up the percentage of Derek Lewis, his accuracy? Because I think that is what is not talked about a lot. His power is talked about a lot.
You mean striking accuracy?
Yeah, but he has
Striking accuracy over his career is 50%.
over 50%. Okay,
50% on the dot.
50%. Okay, is that high? I would like to know if that's high.
That's not high.
No,
I mean, it sounds stupid to say, but it is average. It's average.
it's average.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not throwing a lot of punches. Look at he's just a. He lost to Junior Dos Santos
because
Daniel
his fight.
Cormier.
The way this fight's gonna go with Cyril Gane and Derek Lewis, it's gonna be a slow fight.
Think so?
Yes.
I think so.
I think so because I mean Gane is definitely
Under 4.5.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think it gets stopped. Yeah, but I have Lewis.
Okay. I think Gane's winning, but the number. Okay.
I think
I kind of want Lewis to win.
Gane will probably win, but I'm going to go out there and say that Lewis will win. I'm going to bet on it.
Okay.
Just because I think Derek Lewis is going to knock him out. But Cyril Gane could totally just point him. He could 50-43 him. He really could take him down, put him out. Yeah, no, I know. It's a
crazy.
tough matchup. It's such a tough matchup.
Yeah.
It's you know what this matchup strikingly resembles for me?
Junior Dos Santos?
No. Not in totally the same retrospect, but if you think about it, like Ngannou versus Miocic. That's the mixed martial artist versus the huge power guy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Except for the fact that Miocic had just about as much experience as anyone in the heavyweight division, and Cyril Gane doesn't have almost any experience.
Yeah.
Derek Lewis has a shit ton of experience.
He has a lot of experience. Yeah, he does. I guess. Yeah. He just knocks people out, dude.
Derek Lewis has a lot of experience. Derek Lewis has been in the UFC since 2014.
Yeah, I mean he's lost. I wouldn't really count these losses early on. Mark Hunt, he has a good loss resume. Daniel Cormier, Junior Dos Santos. I mean, that's it.
And can I take this real quick? Not only that, but Derek Lewis has also never lost a decision. Granted, he never goes to decisions, but he had a split decision against Roy Nelson, unanimous decision against Ngannou, split decision against Ivanov, and unanimous decision against Latifi. So he never goes to decisions in the first place, but he's never lost one either.
He's never.
And Gane almost exclusively goes to.
Yeah, but have you noticed this is third round fights?
No, I
It's
get
a main
that.
event.
This is only his.
Second,
I believe it's
third,
his fifth round fight.
Yeah,
Because
Mark
Blades
Hunt
was.
Mark Hunt.
Oh, then it's his fourth because Blades was a 5-round fight. It just didn't go 5 rounds.
Yeah. Okay. Also this one.
So fifth.
4.
So it's like his fifth main event.
Yeah.
This is Gane's second main event.
Yeah.
Third? Is it his third? Was Rosenstrike a main event? It might have been.
His last fight was.
Volkov was.
Yeah.
But I feel like Rosenstrike might have been a 5-round decision as well.
That's the one thing.
It was.
Cyril Gane's cardio is phenomenal.
Right.
Derek Lewis can knock him out in any round.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, the longer it goes, the less of a chance, I think.
Right.
Obviously, I mean.
The longer it goes, the better odds that Gane has.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's only his 10th fight, though.
Gane has a 2-inch reach advantage as well. Gane is 5 years younger.
Yeah, I don't think the reach advantage really matters. Not in this.
I hear you. Here's the thing, though.
Derek Lewis can just hang back and wait.
We saw Curtis Blades get knocked out going for a takedown. And Gane's not really a guy to shoot for a takedown. He's more of a guy to get a clinch going, and then it just ends up on the ground.
Yeah. Over under 2.5 before we go any further.
Over under 2.5?
That's the mark. That's the mark right there.
I'm going to say over. I'm going to say over 2.5.
Okay. Because a lot of Derek. Can we go back to Derek Lewis real quick? When does he go over 2.5? There 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. 6 times in his career. and he goes into. I think we did this last podcast. We actually did this. He goes into the third round a lot.
But here's the thing.
A lot of his fights go into the
I know
third
it's
round.
not a great comparison, but at the same time, it's close, right? Alexander Volkov and Cyril Gane.
Yeah.
It's a decent comparison. Volkov's bigger than Gane. He is.
Yeah.
What up, bro?
Yo.
How you doing, man?
You
Pull
wore
up a chair.
You wore the sweatshirt.
Damn straight I did. I need to.
Hell yeah.
We're talking about Gane and Lewis right now.
Talking about the UFC. Is that what
We're talking about the UFC. Yeah, it's the Ultimate Fighting Championship.
I've heard of it.
It's a sport that it basically is like fighting.
It's like Bellator.
Yeah, this is our first podcast.
It's like Bellator, right? The beard's coming in nice.
Yeah.
I get shit, bro.
It's coming in now. That's
yeah, Lewis is the heavy underdog.
We haven't bet.
no.
Like how much?
Oh, that would be a hundo.
6.
Couple units.
Couple units.
Couple units.
Yeah. Go big or home.
No, I'm not going couple units. I've been on such a good streak for main events lately
Yeah.
that I haven't bet on.
I gotta put
So I
faith
feel
in
if I bet on this one, that's gonna fuck
Which
me up.
ones have you not bet on?
all of them.
I'm literally
Makachev,
like I have the last 5 main events in a row picked, but I haven't bet on any of them dating back before Poirier. I had Makachev, I had Dillashaw, I had
Still upset
someone
by that
else,
one. I'm
and
very
Poirier.
upset by that.
That did not happen. I don't want to talk about that one.
I thought that was a
fuck
good
the judges.
I thought that was.
Fuck the judges.
Do you think Sandhagen should have won that?
You
Can I
thought
see the
Sandhagen
significant
won. You
strikes on
thought
that?
he won.
I thought it was fucking dead even though.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't know.
and I think that Sandhagen was pressing him. I'm
All
pretty
right,
sure he
but
held a lot
Dillashaw
more-
had a shit ton more control time.
He's fun to watch.
Yeah,
Dillashaw, I'm
actually.
not gonna lie. But
Dillashaw
Man.
also snapped, like, I want to say he fucked up his knee in the first round. I think it was the first round.
you know,
I mean, it was a very.
I gotta stop changing my mind at the last second because I picked Dillashaw all the way through until the last week.
did.
Yeah.
All right, so TJ Dillashaw had
But-
110 strikes.
I always think I gotta go with the opposite pick because I'm a degenerate, you know. So I always go opposite.
So Dillashaw had 110 strikes
Fucked up.
landed to Corey Sandhagen's 128.
Yeah.
Corey Sandhagen's 128.
Yes. Corey Sandhagen also had a better strike percentage. Significant strikes, this is. TJ Dillashaw was 2 of 19 for takedowns. Corey Sandhagen was over 1. TJ Dillashaw had over 8. TJ Dillashaw had over 8 minutes of control time. 8 minutes of control time to Sandhagen's 0. Yeah, it was all clinch. It was all clinch. That's control time, though. Sandhagen just gave him his back and gave him the control. That's Dillashaw.
Dude, Derek Lewis can speak French.
Dillashaw outlanded.
Sucks for gone.
Are you ready for
He's
this?
French.
Are you ready for this? Dillashaw outlanded by significant strikes Corey Sandhagen in 1 round.
What were
Hang
the judges' scorecards? Can I see those? They got them.
48-47 Dillashaw. 47-48 Sandhagen. 48-47 Dillashaw. Split decision. I think it was a good call. I don't have any problem with it. And I get that I picked Dillashaw, but that's not why I don't have any problem with it.
He didn't move down far, did he?
Sandhagen?
Yeah.
No,
Wow.
Dillashaw, Sandhagen was number 2 in the bantamweight. Did I say Sandhagen?
Yeah.
Sandhagen was number 2. He's now number 3. Dillashaw's number 2. So just everybody moved down 1.
And it's Ortega.
That's bantamweight.
Oh.
That's featherweight. We're talking about bantamweight.
Oh, okay.
Bantamweight is Aljo and Piotr Jan. Which, by the way, Aljo and Piotr Jan has been confirmed as the co-main event
Who was winning that fight?
for what is the
Who was
card?
winning that fight?
It's October, right?
Piotr Jan was winning that fight. Dead to
267. Piotr Jan versus Aljamain Sterling rematch is October 30th.
You're gonna
UFC
think-
267.
Who was winning that fight?
Up
Because
to
the
that
judges
moment-
had Aljo almost winning.
The judges had Aljo winning.
They had him winning. I'm sorry.
So can I tell you? Can we talk about this? Can we actually talk about this?
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Can we talk about this? Because I have some interesting perspective on this.
Fucked up.
The only reason we had
That was a long ass
Piotr Jan winning is because Aljo's takedowns, got stuffed the entire time. He was like 1 for 17 on
That's
takedowns.
why I didn't think he was winning, but he was winning.
But here's the thing: judges don't.
Can we go to it?
Judges don't score. Hold on. Judges don't score.
I'm listening.
That's
Takedown
such
stuff.
huge things. If you're gonna
Is it?
if you're gonna judge
Is
control
it?
time,
I think
then you're gonna judge because you look at Dillashaw and he held him by the back against the
Mhm.
cage, but he missed a lot of takedowns. That's
Right.
what he wanted to do. That
Right.
was his game plan.
Right.
And it didn't pan out.
Okay.
It went to
But
decision.
he kept controlling clinch.
But he didn't do anything.
But he
with it.
kept control.
I think
Okay.
over 6. I think over 6 takedowns.
Whose game plan was better implemented, Sandagen's or Dillashaw's? I think Sandagen's.
I don't know, man. I'd say Dillashaw's.
I think.
Dude,
I think.
I
well,
don't think
it was a
Dillashaw
20
did
all
what
right.
he wanted to
all right,
do.
let me put it in a different way. Okay. 25-minute fight.
Yeah.
TJ Dillashaw had control time for over a third of that fight. To Sandhagen's 0. That matters.
clinch though.
That's still control time.
That's fucked.
I mean, it wouldn't
It's
work-
what-
wouldn't
that's
work
MMA.
with street
I
fight.
know.
That's
but
MMA.
That's bullshit.
That's literally one of the
I
martial
know, but
arts.
stuffing takedowns is MMA. Too.
Thai, Muay Thai is clinch. That's
The problem
one
is
of the
that
martial arts.
The problem is we don't know if stuffing takedowns matters or not.
Well, we've been able to see that it clearly fucking doesn't.
It's
From Petr Yan Sterling 1 to this fight, we can see that it doesn't mean shit. Petr Yan stuffed 13 of Aljo's 14 takedowns. After the third round, because we didn't get to go to the end of the fourth, the judges had Sterling winning 29-28.
I'd like to see the strikes. I'd like to see all those.
Oh, so Sterling-
Yan absolutely beat the crap out of him.
I'm pretty sure Sterling had more strikes.
Did he?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
That's why he was winning.
Aljo had more strikes and total strikes, but he also had
More
way
head.
less of a significant strike percentage. And Petr Yan was 7 for 7 on takedowns.
It says a lot about control time, and he wasn't winning.
Control time, Petr Yan had more control time than Aljo.
Yeah, and he wasn't winning the fight.
But Aljo had more strikes.
He
90,
wasn't winning the fight. Though.
42% strike percentage with more strikes landed
50
versus 62% strikes landed on 86 strikes landed.
55% of those going to the head, 24% going to the body.
Yeah, Aljo hit Yan's body a lot.
Landed by position, Aljo did better by using his distance.
Aljamain Sterling in the first round was 27 of 74 strikes, and Petr Yan was 14 of 21.
He's a master in
That's
the sport of boxing.
Output. He is a master in the sport of boxing.
Look that You have to. it
That was
like
so
some
funny.
Old Russian competition that you had to win to get that title.
Oh, really? No shit. He's dude, he's from Siberia.
Bro.
You know,
Bro, yeah, the dude. He probably. I
Russian
wonder if you ever seen
Eskimos?
tigers, bro.
do you
Yo,
think
Siberian tiger's the biggest cat in the world?
what do you think
It is bigger than a lion.
Aljamain Sterling's odds will be in their rematch?
No, liger's big, but it's a hybrid.
I'm sorry. We're just talking about
We're
very
talking-
important
Yeah, no, I
shit.
What do you think Sterling's odds will be for the rematch?
Close, but he's going to be over. He's going to be the underdog.
Just say it, because I don't think we can get demonetized for potential odds.
Jan.
No, what do you think the odds will be though? I know Jan will absolutely be the favorite. Fucking
No,
better. be.
I don't see.
It would be
Aljamain
close to
coming in.
100.
You think so? I'm putting all my money on Jan.
I know. I put the bag.
I don't think it's gonna be close. I think Jan's gonna be like minus 200 at the least.
I see, but I don't see Aljo going above plus 200.
No, Aljo would be like plus 170, plus 180. Jan starting at minus 200. But everybody's gonna bet on Jan, and then they're just gonna increase Aljo's odds.
He's going to move.
Dude, Petr Yan fucked him up.
What'd you guys say about Gon and Lewis? Let's show me that.
We're saying that Lewis, I brought up an interesting point to which he countered with a very interesting point. That when's the last time, and don't say who you said earlier, when's the last time we saw such a one-dimensional fighter make it to the very top of their division like Derek Lewis is doing right now?
One-dimensional. Like really
He's
one-dimensional.
not completely one-dimensional, but in the grand scheme of things, he's a knockout artist. That's basically all he does. He knows
I think
jiu-jitsu and
Because he's not a knockout artist. He's a fucking wrestler.
That is pretty fucking good. That is pretty
I wouldn't
good.
say Khabib's one-dimensional though, because Khabib can strike.
Yeah, ground and pound.
No, he can strike standing.
Yeah.
He knocked down Connor. I mean, that's not nothing.
Yeah, but then he got on top of him. And
Right,
ground and pound.
so he definitely has
Gaethje.
an expertise, but he can't like Derek Lewis doesn't go on the ground. Derek Lewis doesn't clinch. Derek Lewis stands and strikes.
Yeah,
It
but
is a good.
Adesanya.
That's he can clinch.
Okay. All right.
When I think of MMA, what he said earlier was Francis Ngannou.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
That's a better answer than the two that I just
right.
gave.
yeah, I know.
It's
But I was
interesting,
surprised. Like
It's
Khabib, I would
interesting.
give Khabib a pass, dude, because he takes his opponents down and mauls them.
Right, but
How many, like,
I would say that Derek Lewis is more one-dimensional than Khabib. Khabib has more in his arsenal.
I'd say 80% of his finishes are submissions.
I completely agree with you, but I don't think that's all he can do.
Yeah.
Derek Lewis against skilled opponents in the
He can
top three,
wrestle.
he can wrestle, but can
he
he
got fucked up
can
by
he
Cormier?
can he really
Yeah.
wrestle like that?
No, well,
You know what I mean? Like he just strikes.
Yeah, he couldn't wrestle with. We watched that fight. He was trying to wrestle
Curtis
with
Blades,
not Curtis Blades.
Olynyk.
Olynyk, yeah.
yeah.
Olynyk took him down. He could not get up.
Hmm.
Second round,
Knocked him out.
knocked him out.
Right.
Like 10 seconds in, like first
You ever-
punch landed.
You ever see that video? It's like a meme of Derek Lewis, and it's just like 4 straight minutes of him just like getting up from the ground when he wants to. You should look it up. It's just he just bursts
Yeah,
out.
He's
but-
good at get-ups.
Well, no. It's weird. He's
Yeah,
just
but
like
he's
got
got-
that power to just be like, fuck this. And just
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, but
Dude,
he's
he's a
got
strong dude. He's such a strong dude.
when he has all his cardio.
Right. If Gain could take him down in the first 2 rounds and just fucking wear him out, Lewis is just looking for that haymaker rounds 3 through 5. Gain could sweep the rounds. He totally
What about,
could.
What's his face? Volkov?
Dude, that was a close fight.
Yeah.
Dude,
It was a split decision.
Gain's getting a pretty easy run to the title, dude.
It is.
Kane went to
Sorry.
Volkov too. Yeah.
Heavyweight division, you look at it, and hindsight's 2020. You get that, but there's a bunch of killers, obviously, at the top of that round. But pound for pound, heavyweight's one of the weakest divisions, and it's pretty clear.
Yeah.
we weren't talking about Cyril Gain for
We
3 months ago.
started
3
talking about
months
Sergey
ago.
Gain 3 months ago,
like 3 months ago. Like,
and he's
we weren't
already
even talking
number
about
2 in the division.
I don't think he's a loss professionally.
No, yeah, he's
No.
9-0.
Yeah.
In jiu-jitsu.
Gon is very interesting, and we learned the other day watching that UFC on YouTube, the UFC 265 countdown, that Ngannou and Gon used to train together.
Yeah.
Gon's current head
They're both
coach.
French.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Gon's current head coach is Ngannou's former head coach.
Mm.
So like they have a background together.
So I think, out of that, what you just said, that coach probably didn't see Ngannou as the crowning jewel, of their.
I think the press conference is
Maybe.
going on right now. Should we put it on ESPN?
Nah.
No?
I don't really. It would probably just be distracting. Probably just fill the room with silence.
I'm sorry.
So that's coming up this weekend. Also on UFC 265, we do have a pretty great card altogether.
What are the other?
We have
fights?
Jose Aldo versus Pedro Munoz.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
We also have Michael Chiesa versus Vicente Luque.
Oh, I got Chiesa.
Song Yadong versus Casey Kenny. Tisha Torres versus
I don't wanna
Angela
touch that
Hill.
one. I don't want to touch that one.
Bobby Green versus Rafael
Casey
Fiziev.
Kenny?
I'm a big
You like
fan of
Kenny?
I
Rafael
like Casey
Fiziev.
Kenny. I like Casey Kenny.
I like Rafael Fiziev. Alonso Mainfield versus Ed Herman too.
Dude, I'm.
So it's like a B plus card.
Yeah,
It's nothing too crazy. Interim heavyweight belt is the only championship fight. So that's kind of
You touching this card? You don't touch cards. No.
Not right now.
yeah. I like the person I'm most confident about. I think is Pedro Munoz versus Jose Aldo.
You like
That's-
Pedro Munoz?
Yeah, I do. I definitely like Pedro Munoz. Jose Aldo's been good since he went to bantamweight. Pedro Munoz is another animal though, and he's a lot younger. And I think Pedro Munoz striking can fucking beat up Jose Aldo.
And Vicente Luque is gonna fuck up Michael Chiesa.
That one,
We'll
I
see.
don't know.
Do you have any beer?
Nah, fuck him.
You have any beer?
I don't think I do, but I'll check. I don't think I do.
Whoa, getting crazy.
I think I do. No, I have Jack. I have Modelo. On a Modelo.
Yeah. Is it the Negro that I...
The official beer of the UFC.
Mark drinks
It
this.
is. Yeah.
I think that's the only reason he got it. I don't think he really likes Modelo. He stopped getting them.
Oh, look at they
I was
faced
just
off.
drinking Sam Summer. That's
Has this
like,
already been opened?
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
has it? Oh well,
Wait,
that's
no.
been in there for a long
No,
time.
they're fucking...
Munoz is the underdog, huh?
Really?
So what is Munoz and Lewis together?
This is Aldo's first fight. Bantam.
No, it's like his fourth.
Really?
Oof, I like those odds.
Yeah, I don't like the Munoz pick, but I like
Really?
the Casey Kenny.
Jose Aldo's just he's fighting for no.
Oh my god, that's bad.
Yeah, no, I don't like. Yeah, I mean sponsor us, Modelo. You have great beer, but you know,
No.
I'd like Budweiser, Sam Adams to sponsor us too. That's all I'm saying. Really that bad?
No, like it's bad. Like it's been sitting in there. Like it's stuck. Like,
Oh.
the cap is off.
Oh, well, cap it.
Oh shit!
Well,
Yeah,
cap it
I
then,
remember
yeah.
that.
We're going to take a quick commercial break. You're watching MMA Complete Podcast number 58. Thank everybody for watching. Go check out Naked Sports, Fans Only Sports. You can also broadcast our pay-per-view live stream, which will be coming to you live Saturday night at 8 o'clock till 1 o'clock through the entire main card of UFC 265. Anywhere you're watching this, that'd be nakedsports.com, fansonlysports.com, MMA Complete Podcast, which we have a link to right at the bottom of the screen right now. You can also follow us on Twitter at complete_MMA or Facebook or any other place you might watch this podcast. Thank everybody for tuning in. We'll be right back.
Another commercial.
Boom, we're live. You want another one?
No, I
Yeah,
was just gonna
yeah.
talk.
They're all friends.
It's like,
All right, we're on.
Boom, we're live. All right. So I want to talk about a couple of the UFC pay-per-views coming up next because we didn't really get to talk about them last week. But there is, we talked about a couple of the fights that are going on this weekend already. Alonzo Mainfield, Ed Herman is a good light heavyweight bout. Alonzo Mainfield is up and coming. He is 33, but he's only been really fighting the UFC for like 2-3 years. I think Mainfield wins this, and I think it catapults him into the top 15 because he's right on the border right now. Bobby Green, Rafael Fiziev is a good lightweight bout. Rafael Fiziev 9-1, and I think he's on a 3-fight win streak. Rafael Fiziev is a really good wrestler that I remember watching. I can't remember his last fight or the fight before, but I don't have a pick in this fight because I don't know Bobby Green like that. But
I do know Bobby Green.
Rafael Fiziev is a name to remember, is all I was going to say.
Bobby Green, very one-dimensional fighter, very power heavy, but yeah, Rafael Fiziev, the favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Heavy.
Mhm.
Huge.
Song Yadong versus Casey Kenny. I think Casey Kenny has this, but I'm not touching it because I don't really know either of their styles too well.
I got Casey Kenny in this. I like how he's he's a wrestler. It's kind of like the takeover of MMA or UFC right now is the more that you wrestle, the more control time, the more punches you get in. Like Casey Kenny.
Right.
And it's a close number battle too.
Tisha
Almost
Torres, Angela Hill are fighting in the women's strawweight division. I have Angela Hill all the way on this. Tisha Torres has been a veteran of the strawweight division, but Angela Hill's been on a roll lately, and I think she continues that against Tisha Torres.
Angela Hill, the underdog.
Yep. Angela Hill also has a 4-inch reach advantage on Tisha Torres.
Whoa. Wow. Look at that.
And then we get into a really interesting one. Michael Chiesa versus Vicente Luque.
Wow.
Oh my God.
$100.
Chiesa versus Luque. It's an interesting fight. Luque coming off a very dominant win against Tyron Woodley. Dominated every aspect. He dominated Tyron Woodley on the ground and striking-wise. I think he TKO'd Tyron Woodley standing. Chiesa is a motherfucker, man. As soon as he dropped down to welterweight, or as soon as he went up to welterweight from lightweight, he just started mowing people down. He's a great wrestler, better wrestler, I would say, than Luque.
Was he on lightweight?
Yeah. But Luque is much stronger, much bigger. So I think he could knock out Chiesa if he gets a chance. But Chiesa is crafty, and he's tough as fuck. And he's looked so much better at welterweight. So this is a tough one. This is a really
He's
tough
coming
one.
off a break, isn't he?
Who?
Chiesa.
I don't think so. I think he fought, like a month or like 2-3 months ago, something like that. I could be wrong. I'll look it up. Sorry, my chair's kind of peeling right now.
Michael Chiesa got mad at me.
Yeah, he did.
On
Yeah, he did.
So he can lose.
Bang his ankles.
Yeah, bang his ankle, kick rocks.
So Michael Chiesa is on a 4-fight.
Told me to take down a post because someone said that it was him, but it wasn't him, and yeah, go fuck yourself. No, I like him. But
Yeah.
What a streak where?
You shouldn't have taken that down.
Yeah, I know. No, I should have. I'm glad I did.
Michael
I ain't
Chiesa.
about that fake news stuff. Dude.
All right, you
Wants
guys.
to take it down? I'll
Do
take
you
it
guys
down.
want to hear Michael Chiesa's
You're welcome.
last 8 fights? In his last 8 fights, he's 6-2. He beat Jim Miller. Jim Miller, one of the biggest veterans in the UFC.
Yeah, old man.
Then he submitted Beneil Dariush.
Oh, good for him.
Wow.
And then he lost to Kevin Lee and Anthony Pettis, both by submission. Those are his last fights in lightweight. Then he went up to welterweight. Since welterweight, he's 4-0. He's beaten Carlos Condit, Diego Sanchez, Rafael Dos Anjos, and Neil Magny.
I think he's beating okay.
Right there.
That's good. That's really good, man.
Vicente Luque, though, I mean.
Yeah, Vicente Luque is on a 3-fight win streak. Nico Price, Randy Brown, Tyron Woodley. He lost to Wonder Boy. Before that, he had a bunch of nobodies, but a couple people on his list. He was on a 6-fight win streak before that. So Vicente Luque has won 9 of his last 10. I would say arguably 4 of those 9 wins are pretty good.
Michael Chiesa's wins are more impressive, if I'm not going to lie.
They are more impressive. However, Vicente Luque is just a bigger guy, and I think that has to get taken advantage of. Or maybe he's not.
Okay.
Luque is like more buff. Chiesa's a little taller.
Okay.
That's tough, man.
It's a
Because
tough
I
one.
said Luque last week.
I know. I think I'm going to go Chiesa. I'm going to switch on this one.
I don't
I'm
know.
going to go
I think
Chiesa.
both of their styles are going to clash,
Yeah,
Very
I think it's
similar styles. They're
really.
gonna go to the same place.
I ain't going to pick one, but I'm going to go Chiesa just because I think his wins are more impressive. And I mean, the Tyron Woodley, don't get me wrong, like that's a good win. That's a good win. And it's kind of like Chiesa's style.
It's a good win. That's all it is, though. It's a good.
Yeah, it's kind of Chiesa's style though, like trying to take you down,
Mhm.
and whatever. Probably not submit you, but
So here's another thing.
he might win by submission.
Here's another thing I'm looking at. Right, Carlos Condit is a mixed martial artist. He's not a great wrestler, but he knows what he's doing wrestling.
Yeah,
Diego Sanchez, same exact thing. Rafael Dos Anjos is more of a stand-up striker, but his jiu-jitsu and wrestling is really fucking good. And same with Neil Magny. Neil Magny can wrestle. In Michael Chiesa's 4 fights against those 4 guys I just listed, he has 19 takedowns. So he's averaging just about 5 takedowns a fight.
it's
And
pretty fucking good.
in his last 3 fights, they've all gone to decision. And he's won by unanimous decision every time.
That's pretty good though.
Where if you go to Luque is on a 3-fight finishing streak. Finished Nico Price by TKO, finished Randy Brown by TKO, and Darce choked Tyron Woodley. Darce choking Tyron Woodley is impressive. To make Tyron Woodley submit, that's impressive. He's way past his prime, but Woodley's still really great wrestler. Probably a better wrestler than anybody I said against Michael Chiesa.
How do you get taken out of your prime in wrestling, though?
You just get older. Your cardio goes down. You get some wear and tear. You go against faster
That's true.
guys.
What round? It was in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
So his cardio wasn't down.
Yeah, but he got rocked, and then he went to the
Okay,
ground.
okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
When Luque beat Tyron Woodley standing, it just ended on the ground.
Yeah.
Just as fights do sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't touch the fight, but if I was to pick,
I wouldn't either, but I'm kind of talking myself into Michael Chiesa right
I talked
now.
myself into it, so maybe you should go opposite. Someone's got to be right?
I said Luque last week.
How about you?
I'm going to stick with Luque.
Sticking with Chiesa.
I think Luque.
Okay.
I like
changed
Chiesa. I think he'll win. I think Luque might just knock him out, though.
Yeah,
I think he
very
could
possible.
TKO him.
that's
He's
possible.
a bigger dude. He's stronger.
Same distance.
And then Pedro Munoz, Jose Aldo. I got Pedro Munoz all day.
the 5 takedowns in every fight, though, is kind of.
Jose Aldo has a 5-inch reach advantage on Pedro Munoz.
See, I like Jose Aldo.
Munoz is used to that.
I like Jose. I like.
That's
Jose.
interesting, though. A 5-inch reach advantage when you're only 5'7" anyway. So Jose Aldo, since coming into bantamweight, lost to Marlon Moraes in a very controversial decision that it probably should have been Jose Aldo. That was a bad call by the judges. Then he lost to Piotr Jan, which is fucking Piotr Jan. And then he beat Chito Vera, unanimous decision. Those are his only 3 fights in bantamweight. Jose Aldo is 36 years old.
That's kind of young.
I thought he was older.
40 something.
I thought he was
I'm
older.
gonna go with Jose.
Pedro Munoz.
Just got that taste in my mouth.
All right.
I mean, Jose Aldo's loss record, insane. Like, his losses are good.
Pedro Munoz just beat Jimmy Rivera in February. Before that, he lost to Frankie Edgar and Aljo. And then before that, he beat Cody Garbrandt and Brian Caraway and a couple other people. He beat Rob Font in 2017. That's tough. I'm going to take Munoz, though. I really think Munoz is. I think, no disrespect to Jose Aldo because he's the featherweight GOAT, but I think
Is out of his prime?
he's out of his prime. And then Derek Lewis, Cyril Gane. Derek Lewis, third round TKO.
Derek Lewis. There you go.
Dylan? Derek Lewis, Cyril Gane.
Derek Lewis.
Method and round.
Third
Okay.
KO.
Yep. You say what are you saying?
I'm gonna say Derek Lewis.
Submission.
Damn. Derek Lewis. It's tough, dude. Third round's tough because when he usually goes to the third round, it's decision, and then when he goes to the fourth round, he loses.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna go. Oh man, I'm gonna go TKO second round.
So we all think that Derek Lewis is going to win. That's an omen right there. Derek Lewis is so not going to win.
Yeah,
He's so not going to win.
especially when I'm picking him.
All right. So we only got a little bit left. We can go over the time, but I don't want to stay too long over tonight. All right. I'm going to rattle off some of the fights. All right. I don't want to spend too long about it, but we can talk about who we think is going to win.
Sounds good.
This pay-per-view is coming August 7th. There is no fight night August 14th.
None.
So the week after that, August 21st, is Jared Cannonier versus Kelvin Gastelum.
Oof, that's a good one.
I have Jared Cannonier.
I got Gaston.
You gonna gas him?
I think he's on like a 2 or 3 fight lose streak.
I
Gaston.
appreciate the shout out.
Like Gaston.
You know, Cannonier proved a lot in that last fight versus Whitaker, man. I mean, did he break his arm or?
He broke his arm and then won the third round after it was broken.
You can go Cannonier.
In the co-main event of that, we have, I got to look up these guys' first names because I only have their last names, but we have a very high-ranked flyweight contender bout. It's actually going to be very, very instrumental. We have Alexander Pantoja versus Brandon Royval. We saw Brandon Royval fight not too long ago in one of the pay-per-views. Pantoja number 3 in the flyweight division, Royval number 6. Just thought it'd be,
Royval fight.
Huh?
Who did Royval fight recently?
Does it say it right here? No, of course it doesn't.
Tell you what, you gotta sound
Brandon
like it's
Royval.
my boy. Brandon
Royval lost to Brandon Moreno right before Moreno fought Figueiredo the first time.
He's a bad dude. Moreno's a bad.
I heard there's a
Before
fight.
that, Brandon Royval beat Kai Kara France and Tim Elliott, though, in 2020, both of those.
Oh, that's the
Both
dude-
by submission.
That's the dude that's fighting. Garbrandt?
Kai Kara France. Kai Kara France is also the guy that knocked out, what was that guy's name? The guy who he knocked out, and then the ref, like, kind of hesitated to call it, and Royval, or Kara France, almost ran back and beat the shit out of him again. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting to mount. That's going to be a decent little fight night on August 21st. Then August 28th is pretty good. August 28th is Edson Barboza versus Giga Chikadze.
Giga Chikadze.
Giga
Liver
Chikadze
kick? Liver
might
kick?
be next up in the lightweight division.
Liver kicks are.
Giga Chikadze has some of the most devastating kicks I've ever seen. Ever.
We'll see with Barboza.
He fought Cub Swan. Same with Barboza.
Barbosa has a fight coming up too.
That's what
Yep, he's fighting Chikadze.
Oh, okay.
That's
That
what
is
we're
a
talking
fight.
about.
Okay.
August 28th.
Yeah. Okay.
Giga Chikadze had a co-main. He had a co-main
What a name.
fight. What the
Say
name?
it one more time.
Giga Chikadze. Giga
Say it one more time.
Chikadze.
Date bout.
Chikadze.
Giga. I can't do it.
I might not even be
Giga.
pronouncing that right, but I think I am.
Yeah.
Giga Chikadze
Ka-chow.
fought Cub Swanson
Ka-chow.
Yeah.
and knocked him out via liver kick.
He's done that twice.
Like actually knocked. Like he got kicked in the liver, crumpled down, and the ref stopped it.
Yeah.
Cub Swanson. I mean, he's older now, but that's fucking impressive.
That's true. It's a name.
So he's fighting Edson Barboza, and that's gonna be like someone's getting knocked out by a kick. Like probably. I have Giga Chikadze all the way on that. I do.
Me too.
And then Sean Brady versus Kevin Lee. That was supposed to happen at UFC 264. It got postponed, and now it's going to happen in this fight night, and that's an interesting fight. Kevin Lee hasn't fought in a long time, and he's fighting Sean Brady, who's 14-0. That's a lightweight bout, too. That's really interesting. We have Alex Perez versus Matt Schnell. Two big flyweight contenders. Matt Schnell lost to Rogerio Bontorin in his last fight. And Alex Perez lost to Davison Figueiredo in November of 2020 as a title fight. So that's another top 5 flyweight fight. That's really good.
Oh, I remember. Yeah.
And then we also have Caitlin Vieira versus Sarah McMahon, a top 5 women's flyweight fight. And then after that, we have Dustin Jacoby versus Darren Stewart.
Clay Guida's fighting. August
Clay Guida's
21st.
fighting Mark Madsen.
Yeah.
So August 28th is actually a really good fight night. There's no huge fights, but they're all pretty important. And then UFC has not scheduled anything from August 28th to September 25th. They haven't scheduled any fights,
Wow.
right? So I'm sure they will. You know, it's the
Not
They
true,
scheduled
not true.
266 and 267.
Yeah, not
Oh,
true. They've scheduled fights.
Between
Curtis Blades, Rosenstrike.
yeah, that's
Robbie
happening on
Lawler,
September 25th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick Diaz.
They haven't scheduled anything between UFC 266, which is September 25th, and August 28th. So like the beginning of September.
Thiago
Thiago
Santos and
Santos-
Johnny Walker.
Are fighting October 2nd in a fight night. So let me get those out of the way, the fight
Just
nights.
be Santos.
We have
Huge.
in October 2nd, we have Thiago Santos versus Johnny Walker in a fight that I'm really looking forward to. Because Johnny Walker, if he can get his shit together, he will
Covington
be
Usman.
well, hold on. He will be the most devastating light heavyweight on the planet. Fuck your Jan Blachowicz. Fuck your Jiri Prochazka.
Wow.
No, Jerry Prochazka.
Johnny Walker is 6'5".
That's yours.
Who's he on fighting? Was it
You go over to share.
to share?
Johnny Walker is 6'5" kickboxer who knocks people the fuck out.
Yeah.
The fuck out. Like spinning trapeze back leg kick to the face. To the mush, guy. I
about
swear to
Yuri?
God.
Let me see this.
What about
I
Yuri?
swear to God.
Yuri ended Dominic
Yuri's-
Reyes' career with a spinning elbow.
Yuri is another question. All right, Yuri.
Have I seen this guy?
Dominic
fight?
Reyes,
Johnny
I don't know.
you defended him so much against John Jones. I just remember that.
I did.
Like,
I did.
he went 5 rounds.
Dude, Dominic Reyes took a shit ton of shots from Jiri Prochazka.
I'm watching
A
Corey
shit ton.
Anderson. Is he good?
Corey Anderson is the only person to stop Johnny Walker.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Anyway, we also have Paulo Costa versus Marvin Vettori, October 23rd. You still paying attention?
Yeah, I want to watch Johnny Walker. Yeah. I kind of know these fights.
October 23rd, Paulo Costa versus Marvin Vettori.
Jan as well.
He might have. Corey Anderson had a good little career until he got stopped. And then we have UFC 266 and 267, which are both shaping up to be fucking spectacular pay-per-views. Spectacular. UFC 266, September 25th. Volkanovski versus Ortega. Shevchenko versus Lauren Murphy. Nick Diaz versus Robbie Lawler. Curtis Blades versus Jairzinho Rozenstruik. Jessica Andrade versus Cynthia Calvillo. Marlon Moraes versus Merab Walashvili. Sabil Abdurakhmanov versus Kyle Dawkins, which is a top 10 heavyweight fight.
I like Dawkins.
And
Kyle Dawkins.
Luke Rockhold versus Sean Strickland just got added to it.
Cool.
That's a good card. That's a damn good
All
card.
right, how do you feel about Sean Strickland?
Sean
Because
Strickland versus
me and you
Luke
are kind of the
Rockhold.
same page as him.
Didn't he just fight?
Yeah, he's won.
He just beat Uriah Hall.
Right.
We
Like
thought
literally
Uriah was
last
gonna
week. Or 2 weeks ago? Last week or 2 weeks ago.
His jab's fast.
Yeah,
He
they
goes
went
to
did they go
decision
to
every
decision?
single time.
They went to
He
decision.
goes to decision every single time.
Yeah, he did outbox the shit out of Uriah, backed him all the way up. Like,
I'm not too impressed by Uriah Hall though. He's past his prime.
Yeah, I think
He was. He never even. All respect to him. He's a great mix. He's a great kickboxer, but he never really made it to his potential anyway. And then he just got old.
remember, you're saying this, but Strickland took it to a decision.
Right.
So, like, what does that say?
Strickland doesn't finish people anyway.
Okay.
I think Strickland beats Luke
So what's
Rockhold
he going in the ring
by
for?
decision.
Luke, I mean, you're gonna say, dude, Luke Rockhold is past his prime, bro.
He is, but he hasn't fought in 3 years, so he hasn't taken any damage. So I don't know if he's been training like that. I'm sure
The
he
damage
has
has been taken.
He got knocked the fuck out by Bisping and by Thiago Santos. I think Thiago Santos knocked him out.
Yoel Romero.
Did Romero knock him out?
Yoel Romero lined up.
Slept him.
No, I remember. Yeah, he slept him, put him on the cage, and then he came up with like a fucking gruesome, horrifying follow-up shot.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's Yoel.
Adesanya was definitely scared of Yo Romero's power. I don't care what anyone says.
I don't think that's correct. I think Romero was scared of Adesanya.
I think they were both scared.
I think Romero. There's a 30-second period where Romero is standing in a stance like this, and he just doesn't move for 30 seconds. He literally just like does this. That's the most disappointing title fight I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Romero versus Adesanya. Anyway, let me. Sorry, UFC 267, October 30th. Blachowicz versus Teixeira. Sterling versus Yan.
Mm-hmm.
Makachev versus Dos Anjos.
Makachev.
Jingliang versus Kamaev.
Dude,
Hold
I
on.
We have to talk about
Walt Harris versus Tai Tuivasa. And Alexander Volkov versus Marcin Tybura.
Kamaev. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's
the word.
No, I think I agree with you.
Bird's the word.
Yeah, I think I agree.
I
with
think the bird is the word on that one.
you.
I just don't know enough.
And I hate to say it because it's so stereotypical, but like
I don't give a shit.
Chinese UFC fighters have been so bad lately. They have been. They've been on such a bad roll.
I got that. Yeah, especially fuck that.
And then UFC 268, Usman versus Covington and Gaethje versus Chandler, the fight we've been waiting on since last year. Gaethje Chandler is what we've been waiting on.
We've been
since last
calling
year.
this fight for a while, especially me. No offense. I've been saying I've been wanting this fight.
Justin Gaethje.
I wanted it too.
It's
I think I called
I feel like we all have been, but
Yeah,
absolutely.
I've been saying this for
When we've been doing
since
our
he
lightweight
lost.
pictures about like we take the
He
top
needs
8
to fight. Yeah.
when we take like the top 8 contenders and I say like who like the 4 matchups that it should be, I think I've said Gaethje Chandler most of the time. Or I might have said like
Said every time.
I think I might have said Gaethje McGregor once or twice or something like that, but I usually say Gaethje Chandler because I think from
I think you were saying Gaethje Poirier for a while.
I think I've said Gaethje Poirier.
well it's
just
Poirier
'cause-
Oliveira. It's Poirier Oliveira.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But just from the fact that their styles are so similar, except for the fact that Gaethje is a wild striker, Chandler's a power striker, but they both have backgrounds in wrestling. They're both really good at wrestling, and they're really good cardio machines, and they like to finish people.
Yeah.
except that Chandler likes to knock
Gaethje's
you out
got-
in one punch, and Gaethje likes to flurry you with 8 punches and have the fight stopped.
Gaethje has good leg kicks too.
Yeah, he
don't
does.
think I would like to see anything else more than Justin Gaethje taking Chandler's head off. Like,
Do you not like Mike Chandler?
no, like Michael
Why
Chandler.
not,
Bro,
bro?
Is it because he was offered a?
Is it because he was
He got
given
shot
a
up
title
quick?
shot so quick?
well, yeah, definitely.
You think?
Part of it.
Yeah.
Michael Chandler at that point was the biggest name outside of the UFC, though, in a division that just lost their champion. You know what I mean? So it's just a marketable.
It's
thing.
weird that you say that because I feel like there's a lot of people in other organizations, like their names getting bigger.
That is true, but at the same time, it's either people that have already been in the UFC, like a Ryan Bader. Ryan Bader might be the biggest name that's not in the UFC right now. He's a Bellator light heavyweight champ, but he was in the UFC for a while. Cyborg, same thing. But like Mike Chandler had never been there.
Patty
Fisher's one name to look out for. I don't know too much about Patty Fisher. I just know that he's coming.
He's
The
coming.
Batty?
His
Patty the
UFC,
Batty,
his,
Patty the Batty.
his UFC debut is coming up too.
Is it? Did he sign with the UFC?
Yeah, I tweeted about that.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Yeah, his fight's coming up. I don't know if it's confirmed, but I know he's signed with the UFC. I'm pretty sure his fight's confirmed. I'm gonna bet heavy on him, dude. I think that's like one of those things like you do your.
Is he lightweight?
Good question.
Are we thinking of Patty Fisher or Patty Pimblett? We're thinking of Patty
Yeah,
Pimblett.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pimblett.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say
Patty. I
Fisher.
don't know who Fisher was. I was just going.
Patty Fisher is a linebacker for the Carolina Panthers that I
Yeah.
yeah, that was my bad. He's fighting Luigi Vendramini on September 4th in a fight night.
There you go.
September 4th. So that's the only fight that I've seen that has been booked for September.
Main event. Hey man,
He's not that old, right? He's like 26 or something.
him and Adrian Giannis, dude. They shout people out all the time. Respect it on Twitter. So here's what it is. Adrian Giannis, big victory. That was a nice fight. That was a couple weeks ago though.
All right. What else you got, boys?
If Kamaru Usman wanted to move up to the middleweight rankings, I'd let him. If he beats Covington, I'd let him. And
He would never fight Adesanya though.
Why?
Because he's like boys with them. They're both from Nigeria and shit.
All right.
They're both friends. Like he wouldn't fight him.
I got one for you. Henry Cejudo versus Piotr Jan.
Piotr Jan.
Cejudo.
Yeah, I got Cejudo. Cejudo in that.
I think Cejudo's going
It's
to
really
do he's going to try to take him down, but it's going to be a lot different than what Sterling tried.
You mean Jan? You said Sudo.
Yes. Cejudo's going to try to take down Jan, but it's going to be much different than what Aljo did to Jan.
Yeah.
Where he got stuffed 17 times.
You think Sudo would actually take him down?
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's going to get it.
Kamaru Usman thinks he can beat Canelo Alvarez in a boxing match.
Yeah, he did say that. I don't know how true that is. I don't know.
Kamaru Usman said he can beat Canelo Alvarez.
What's the weight difference? What does Canelo box at? It's definitely not 170. Probably like 145.
Never mind. Thank you. And this is what Colby Covington. While you're researching that, this is what Colby Covington came out and say. If he beats Usman, he wants to move up to middleweight and fight Adesanya.
He's
I
also
thought
said he
about
would go
Briggs.
down to lightweight and fight Poirier.
Okay, you could do that, maybe. But like to move up, that's such a difference.
First of
So many
all,
other
first
people.
of all,
I think they'll
he has to
fucking
get
screw
past Usman.
Yeah.
Now here's
If
the
he
thing.
loses to Usman,
He said when he wins,
drop
it's
him
if
down
he
to
wins.
10.
If he wins.
Here's the thing. Usman has gotten better since he fought Covington the first time.
That's true.
Trevor Whitman is one of the best striking coaches in the world. And now Usman has been training with him for a year, just about over a year.
So when Gilbert Burns 6 months before that, maybe a year and a half, almost a year and a half.
Right.
That's
Covington's tough as fuck and has cardio for days.
sorry.
But like he's going to have to outstrike Usman to a decision victory. That's the only way Covington beats Usman, man. That's the only fucking way. He could do it. But
I think he could win by choke. I think he could win by a choke if he gets his back somehow.
There was not a single takedown attempted in their first fight.
I know. If he can get him down to the ground, I'm interested, and I think
I'm interested too.
He could choke him.
When's the last time we saw Kamaru Usman on the ground?
Or arm triangle. I think that could happen.
Gilbert never got him down, right?
When's the last time we saw Usman on the ground? Woodley? When he was on top of Woodley?
Yeah, but I would want, dude. It's gonna be a great
Maybe a little
fight.
bit of Jorge.
I would.
Did he take Jorge down?
I don't know.
He knocked him out.
Dude, he knocked him into oblivion.
And he was practicing that move with Trevor Whitman, and
he knocked out Burns. And those are the two fights he's had since he went to Trevor Whitman. He has 2 knockouts against 2 fucking so tough guys.
2 top 5 guys. Well, I mean, he's the champion. He's gonna get top 5 every time, but you don't see the only other person to do that is probably Adesanya.
What do you think Jorge's going to do now?
Jorge should fight Leon Edwards.
3-piece with a soda.
True.
I think Jorge could honestly.
I've been
I think
calling
Jorge
that fight.
could retire.
I've been calling that fight for a while.
I think Jorge could retire.
He ain't retiring. He gets a bag whenever he fights now, though.
Right, but he's gotten like 4 bags in a row that he could just say like, I don't need to fight anymore. He has millions, man.
I want to see Jorge. I want to see Jorge fight Chimaev too.
Why?
Who does Nate Diaz fight?
Jorge versus Chimaev? No.
Do you think Jorge versus Chimaev would actually happen? That's an interesting point you bring up, and I'm glad you brought it up. Do you think that would ever actually make it the way to the ring of the day?
Chimaev has a name, right? He already has a big name in the UFC. He knocks out this guy. Jorge gives him a bigger name. He's going to shoot up in the rankings. Jorge gives him a bigger name if he wins. 100%, and he moves up higher in the rankings than what he is because he's only going to go into the rankings like top 10. I mean 10.
Jorge's discretion whether he takes that fight.
Yes,
but like
they would both get paid, and that's a main event.
Jorge, does he really want to knock out this?
Is that a main event?
It's a main event. It's a co-main main event.
That might be a.
It's definitely
how high up there. If it's
that's
low in the rankings,
so not a main event.
That's
not a pay-per-view.
Like a fight night main event,
right? A fight night main event. No, it's definitely not a pay-per-view main event.
Could be a pay-per-view.
It could be a fight night main event. It could be a fight night main event.
Main card.
But this I mean,
pay-per-view. It could be a main card.
It should be a fight night because the fans like Jorge. Give the fans a Jorge.
Yeah, right. It would be for Jorge.
Dude, Jorge would not take that fight if he wasn't a fucking main event.
You don't think so? I don't think it's. I think at this point, if Jorge keeps fighting, it's more about
borderline main event.
The actual competition side of the business. It's not just about money. Because if he takes a fight against Chimaev, who Chimaev would just barely be top 15 anyway, he'd be like 13 or something. You do?
Yeah. What?
It's borderline.
Dude, that guy. I'm just saying that guy has gotten money over the last 3 years. He's gotten paid like a motherfucker. All the shit after Askren. All the endorsements, all the interviews, all that money. 2 title fights with Usman, including 2 pre-fight builds. Money.
And he's on YouTube. His YouTube channel's popping. He has his own website, his own merch. See, like that's something that the UFC, like their fighters can benefit off of.
That they're independent.
Yeah. They can do their own shit.
I think it's all about the money, though. I mean, unless he wants to fight Leon.
What if Usman knocks out Colby? And then we see Colby versus Jorge. Because we still need to see Colby versus Jorge. Dude, Colby's hanging out with Jorge's ex-wife and shit. We need to see Colby versus Jorge.
So now that'd be a good fight. I think Colby wins that fight. Hands down wins that fight. Colby wins that fight.
It's interesting. It's really interesting. Because you have a guy like Masvidal who is great at striking but can lean on his wrestling.
Roommates.
But then you have a guy like Covington who's great at wrestling but can lean on his striking. So it's a clash.
You ever see that video?
Around?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they were best friends for years.
Yeah, there's video of Covington just throwing Masvidal around.
Really?
And it's funny because Jorge.
Well, Covington didn't used to be a wrestler. Now he knows his wrestling. Jorge started as a fucking striker.
Covington,
a street fighter.
Right.
There's no takedowns in street fighting.
Exactly.
Covington Big Trump guy.
Yeah.
Big.
And then Jorge took his fucking Trump buzz from him.
Jorge is also.
Yeah, he
it
did.
makes sense.
Yeah, he
they were
did.
roommates.
Dude, wouldn't that be great if you had Jorge versus Covington and they're just talking shit like, Donald loves me better and shit like that.
Dude,
and one of them has one Trump son and the other has the other Trump son on the press conference.
Hey, Colby has never talked anything about Jorge. He's talked about every fighter, everything.
No,
never
he talked about him. After the Usman Masvidal fight, he talked about him.
That's just the fucking.
Well, no, I agree with you, but 100%. I think all of what Colby talks about is for hype.
Yeah,
but that was one part.
Have you seen his interviews before you went into the character?
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Nice guy.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy.
Really nice.
It's
guy.
totally a character.
Yeah,
and he said that to Usman before the first fight. Usman talked about how much he's being a clown talking about it, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm putting on I'm trying to sell our fucking fight, man. What the hell are you talking about? What are you doing over there, you bum?"
Yeah,
and you're like. I kind of respect it.
Yeah,
I kind of respect it.
In all honesty, he's helping himself and Usman.
Yeah, he really is. That's what he said. He's like, dude, I'm adding money to our salaries. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
If you tune into the weigh-in or the press conference and you watch it for the fighter you think is going to win, then you're just dumb. Because, like, you're not paying attention to the funny shit that the other guy's saying.
Right.
Yeah. Which is so much more entertaining.
Yeah.
Dude, Colby comes out in those press conferences in fucking orange suits and shit with Donald Trump Jr.'s book in his lap. Like, it's a good time. It's hilarious. He has the fucking MAGA hat on.
Yeah. He's a good seller, dude. I mean, and look at he almost got cut from the UFC. Almost got cut. It was probably just, to add shit to his name.
But that's the kind of name, and there's other aspects of it, of the fact that welterweight division, it's just running out of contenders for Usman. It really is. As stacked as it is, running out of contenders for him.
It's a stagnant division right now.
Kinda. But when you have Colby Covington, when you have Colby Covington,
it's a stacked division.
Who lost to Usman, granted a great fight, but then he beats Tyron Woodley a year ago and gets given a title shot. Like, that's on his mouth. That's because people want to see him fight and want to see him get fucked up.
And it's on 5 rounds.
Yeah,
and not many people have done with Usman.
Right. And he won a round after he broke his jaw.
He did.
Usman,
that's more mouth.
If Usman can put him,
it's his mouth. That's where all that talking comes into play. That jaw.
Usman, I keep saying if Usman knocks this guy out, it proves that his striking is better.
It's already proven.
It's already proven though, so I can't really say that. So
here's the question.
I got Usman.
Here's the question.
I got Usman winning.
And I don't even want to say if, right? I want to say when Usman beats Covington the second time.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Whoever wins, well, hopefully Edwards wins.
Against who?
Jorge.
That's not even booked.
He should.
So you're saying Leon Edwards. I would also say Leon Edwards is in the picture.
But I think that Leon Edwards
here's
going to have some time between then and now.
Here's my thing.
Do something.
Here's my thing. The only other name in that division, you can talk about Wonderboy Thompson all you want. And he's up there. The only other name up there besides Leon Edwards is Gilbert Burns. Another guy who's already lost to Usman, who'd go for his second turn. Luque's up there, but Luque needs to be Michael Chiesa. No, he needs to be Michael Chiesa. It is Michael Chiesa, right? He needs to be Chiesa, and then he needs to do one more. He does. Yeah. Like, I would like to see Luque versus Burns.
Kamaev is coming up.
Yeah, but Kamaev
could also fight. He's also talked about going lightweight. He's also talked about going the fight out of Sana.
Well, Kamaev's fought welterweight and middleweight, but I believe his fight against Jingliang is middleweight.
The guy's a beast. I don't see him fighting lightweight. I really don't.
No, I don't think I see him. That'd be crazy. He is a welterweight. All right, so this fight's going to be welterweight.
Interesting. Yeah, I think Colby is it's going to be a good fight, but I think Usman's going to win. Nothing's going to change. Will I be surprised? No. If Colby wins, I will. Well, I will definitely be.
I would be surprised.
Yeah. Depends by how though. He ain't winning by decision. He'd have to choke him out. He'd have to rear naked choke him out.
I think Colby could beat him on points. I think he could have a decision victory over Usman. It would just be so fucking tough.
You to dethrone the champion by decision.
I don't think
you have to win 3 rounds. Yeah. It can't be close. You have to. Usman, you have to win in 3.
I don't know. I feel like you can't beat the champion by decision. I mean, you definitely can. But I
Well,
just don't
Usman
think
beat
it's-
Woodley by decision, but it was a 5-0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usman is number one right now, pound for pound. He's the greatest fighter in the world right now.
Yeah.
I don't know, but what I do know is that this weekend,
This weekend is going to be a hell of a fight. It's going to be a really good fight.
sorry, I got a text real quick.
From
No.
oh, sorry.
It's going to be a great fight. This weekend, Cyril Gane is either going to take the step into becoming one of the huge stars of the UFC, or Derek Lewis is going to get his rematch with Ngannou. And I don't know which I want to see more. But I think Derek Lewis is going to knock him out. That's all. All right, boys. That's it for MMA Complete, episode number 58. Remember when we were UFC Complete?
Were we?
Trademarking reasons we couldn't.
Wow.
We've been doing. That's why UFC Complete was like, we did like 8 episodes, and then we've done the 58. So we've really done like more than a year.
Yeah, we've done some.
Yeah.
And plus, we were doing it before, just all sports.
But we did a couple times. It was like twice a week.
Yeah, we got plans.
Yeah.
We got,
We got plans.
we got plans.
So stick around next week
got
to hear the
plans.
plans, and make sure you tune in this weekend around 8 o'clock for the UFC 265 live reactions. Thank you everybody for
Sponsors,
tuning in and
email
coming in
us.
for Naked Sports. Check
Need
out Fans Only
sponsors.
Sports. Check out our YouTube page at
Fisher's
check out our
Already.
YouTube page, MMA Complete Podcast. Check out our Twitter at @complete_MMA. We tweet all the time. We've been getting a lot of feedback on Twitter. That's always good.
Fisher's Lemonade sponsor us.
Yeah, Budweiser sponsor us too. That'd be great. I could use some buds. Anyway, thank you boys for coming. Good pod today. Check us out this weekend and every Thursday at 8 o'clock on Naked Sports and Fans Only Sports. We will be back on Saturday. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
Word. Later.
If I can find this ad. So many overlays. There it is.